Hello, Teacher Deanna here. I just wanted to make a quick video for people who clicked on my video, and I am trying to make a very short video about mock classes and what is expected and what you are graded on and how to pass. Things to avoid and things to do to pass. So I have 8 things. I'm going to go as quickly as possible, and here we go. So the first thing, and I think the major thing that they look for, is pronunciation. So pronunciation of A is A or A. B is not buh. Buh is not what they're looking for. If you accidentally say buh, 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 you are going to get marked down. So B is pronounced b, b. So in order to get that right in the mock class interview process, you want to, if you're having trouble, you want to look at a word like ball. You want to say the word ball, and then you want to break it up like you would be asking a student to break it up. B-all, not ba-all, because that's wrong. So you want to just think about it as b-all, b-b. And that'll help you with any letter like M. It's not M, m, m. It's monkey. So that's the biggest thing. A lot of people that I've talked to have gotten points off or not even passed the interview process because of their pronunciation. It's very, very big, because if you can't pronounce something, how are you going to teach a child to speak that language if you are not mocking it correctly? So the next thing is your background. Now, I did not have this background when I started. My first interview and my demo class, I had a blank green wall, nothing was here, and I had this. This is a placemat from my sister-in-law and her kids. I will be giving it back because it does not stick to the wall with this tape anymore. But I had this. This was all I had. And I wrote, Teacher Deanna. This is all I had. Deanna and my flags of the world. This was my second interview mock. So I had Teacher Deanna. I still just wrote it. And I have terrible handwriting, so I don't know why I still have it. And then I had this. For my last mock interview, so I had my demo, my mock 1, and then for my mock 2, which was the final interview process, I found this in the attic. I grabbed a plastic bag. I had this up here, and I had my flags up. So I had 2, 3, 4 kind of interesting things. That's it. That's all I had. And then I had a little piggy bank that I had on a stool here. So that's it. That's all I had. So I tried to make it as colorful and interesting as I could with things around my house/room. I found some things in closets and things like that. So your background is very important. Second thing is you. This is not a very good example, and this is not a very good example. If you do want to wear your glasses, be mindful that your eyes may not be able to be seen because of glare. You do want to have the light behind your computer. White light is preferable. And then you want to be clean, fresh, and plain. Clean, fresh, and plain. Your face should be fresh. I use a little bit of eyeliner and some mascara because my eyes just don't have any eyelashes, really. And then I usually tie my hair down or pin it back just so that it's like away from my face. And then I'll also usually have a plain t-shirt on, which I got changed before I did this video, so ignore this. And okay, so that plain, clean, fresh. And That's what they want to see. They want to see you presentable. I mean, you're presenting North America. You want to be presentable as well. You don't have to do much. I don't do much. I get up, put my hair in braids, and throw on some eyeliner. Next thing, props. You want to have 2 to 3 different types of props. My props were paper that said angry and paper stuck to a popsicle stick. That is what I had. I did get points deducted because I did not have a different type. So a different type would be an animal or an actual banana from your kitchen or an apple from your kitchen, things like that. I now have puppets. So I've got puppets, which is one type. I've got paper, which is a second type. I also have a whiteboard and whiteboard markers, which is a third type. I have cards, which is a fourth type. And I have other things as well. So anything that you can pull out of your house, a baseball, a shoe, a hat, things like that, is going to be different types. So that was good. So I did get points off for that. And then what they want to see is a reward system. So we are on number 5, reward system. And yes, I keep doing this. It's TPR. We'll get to that one in a second. So my reward system, I started off my mock 1. I drew a monkey and I drew bananas. So in my demo, I had this and I drew the bananas. In my mock 1, I didn't want to draw it again, so I held it up and I said, you get 1 banana, 4 bananas, things like that, just covering the rest of them. And I did not keep it in sight because I couldn't. And then my second reward for my mock 2, I gave them a choice of, I think I gave them a choice of the bananas or if they wanted different types of stickers. So I didn't really give them the stickers. I stuck them on the piggy bank behind me. So that was my reward system. And they did like that I gave a choice for the older student. And then the next thing, number 6, is TPR. There are 2 types. There's educational, which is something like where you're miming something like run, or if you're miming something like small, or small, just small, and then big. My dog's barking, growling. Anyways, so that would be educational. Instructional is when you're trying to get the student to do something. So instructional would be if you're saying, panda, this is saying, I want to hear you say panda, and that would be TPR. So you're basically miming to get them to say something. That is instructional. So instructional is getting them to do something. Educational is miming something to have them better understand it. Now, number 7. So we've gone through, and we've got 2 left. Pronunciation, your background, your props, your reward system, your TPR, and now your speed. So the speed and rate at which you talk. So if you notice, I kind of now talk a little bit slower. I'm not going to say, this is my family. My name is Teacher Deanna. What is your name? That's way too fast. And the student's going to be like, oh my gosh, I don't know this. And they're going to get really disheartened. So you want to say, family. And you want to wait. You want to make sure that you're waiting for the student to answer in your mock class, who is a grown person acting as a student, which is super fun. So the speed is very important. Sometimes I talk fast. Sometimes I talk slow. Slow is always better. And you want to gauge it on how well the student is doing. Last thing is, do not use incidental language. Incidental language is language that the student will not know. You should, and you will, have a printout that you can print out or look at that says students' prior knowledge and sentence patterns. Students' prior knowledge vocabulary. So you can see everything that they already know here and here. So, and then also what you're teaching. So you can look at these and say, okay, well, they know hello. They know how are you? They know how to answer, are you ready? They know how to answer all of these questions, but maybe they don't know how to cross out. They don't know what cross out means, but you really want them to use cross out. You can grab something to write on. I used a piece of paper, which is fine if you don't have a small whiteboard. And I could, if I'm teaching, I could say, cross out. Cross out B. Cross out. And I'm showing them cross out. Then I say, you cross out B. And then they can do it. Or you can even show them on the screen. I would show them here and on the screen to really let it sink in and let them understand cross out, have them say it, things like that. So that would be teaching incidental language so that you can use it. Other than that, avoid incidental language. The thing that I remember I did, I used little, which was not a known in another mock class, not this particular one, but I used little for saying big A, little a. You want to use small because they don't know little when they're learning big and small. They know little later on. So use small if you can. If you can't, it's not a big deal. I mean, I work for them now and now it's fine because I understand and it was okay. That was the only incidental language that I did have. So I'm going to cut myself short. We did 8 things: incidental language, speed of speaking, TPR, reward system, props, your presentation, your background, and pronunciation of letters, which is very important. I think it's the #1 reason why people have failed interviews. But anyways, if you have any other questions or want some more information, check out my other videos. Like or subscribe, because everyone says this in videos and I hate when they do that, but if you'd like to, you can subscribe. And then check out my link below. It is a little bit easier, I've found, for people who use a link to, 1, get help from a person, me, and 2, or anyone that you like, or 2, it's a little bit easier to get an interview. It seems a little bit faster to get that process rolling. But I'm going to sign off. I'm sorry that this was a little bit long, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.